Hi, I'm Lois Beres at KZGN-TV, and this is Ridgecrest Talk. And today we're talking with Michelle Bluebaugh, who is the president of WACOM. Welcome.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell us what WACOM is?
Well, WACOM is a group of wives that are together on the base. We work at the thrift store, but we were started over 70 years ago by Mrs. Sherman E. Burroughs.
Oh, that's a famous name around here.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was one of the first military wives on the base, and she looked around and realized wives needed something to do.
Okay.
So she got one of the Caltech wives together, and they created a group, and they called themselves WACOM.
All right.
70 years ago this coming spring.
Oh my gosh, so you're going to have a big anniversary party or something?
Yes, we are.
Oh,
we
that'll
will.
be neat.
We will.
And what is your project? What do you do?
Well, we run the thrift store on base.
Okay.
The wives got together 70 years ago. They opened the thrift store about 8 years later. Originally, they were doing things cultural and entertainment purposes, like they'd have a dance once a month or do arts and crafts shows, things of that nature.
Keep the wives busy a little bit.
Keeps the wives busy and doing something and socializing. Then they started the thrift store, and to do with the money, they decided to give a large portion of it to the Navy Marine Corps Relief Society. So that's our main function now, is working at the thrift store, selling donations and goods that we get from people, and 51% of what we sell goes to the Navy Marine Corps Relief Society.
Oh, that's great. And then the rest of it goes to other folks, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. First of all, I'd like to find out a little bit about you. You've been in Ridgecrest. You're not a native.
No, no ma'am.
But you came from, where did you come from?
Marine wife. We're now retired. Our first time stationed here was from after Camp Pendleton.
Okay.
And came up here in 1994 and left, came back, left, came back.
Oh my gosh, 3 times.
3 tours through
Wow.
China Lake before we retired here because the kids liked it. It's
Isn't that
home
neat?
to them.
A lot of people get all panic stricken. I'm not going to the desert again. But you came back 3 times.
Loved it.
Oh, I love it.
I absolutely love the desert.
That's great. Well, that's a good thing. Because
It
now
is a
we've
good
got
thing.
you and you're working with us. And now you're the president of WACOM, so you're doing a lot of work down there on a daily basis almost, probably.
Well, I don't have to do it on a daily basis. We have 170 members.
Okay.
And one of the things that we ask them to do is to volunteer monthly at the thrift store and help us out, whether it's hanging up clothes, sorting goods, working at the desk, taking money, selling the different items.
I was curious about that sorting thing because I personally have taken stuff and put it in your box, and it's got everything from pots and pans to shoes to whatever. You've got to have a massive place to do sorting, don't you? Or?
We actually don't. It's
No kidding?
not any bigger than this room. It
Oh my
gets
gosh.
pretty crowded sometimes, but we have men's, women's, children's, babies' clothing. We have a room for linens, a room for crafts, kitchen stuff, knickknacks. We have a boutique at one end of the house.
A boutique. Ah.
And our boutiques only open 1 day a week, and we sell new or nearly new items
All right.
for a little bit more.
What is that day?
That is Tuesdays.
Tuesday.
And it's
you're
called
open, what,
9 to 12.
Okay.
Monday through Friday, we're open 9 to 12. The boutique is Tuesdays from 9 to 12 as well.
And you said it's called?
It's called Saks 4th Avenue.
I love it. Saks 4th Avenue.
Yes.
All right. And you might get some really cool stuff there.
We do. We get
That's
some
neat.
amazing things in there.
All right. And it's a good place to go for inexpensive things that are very nice.
Yes.
But you still don't have to put out a
Well,
lot of money.
and like if you break your coffee pot, the carafe on your coffee pot, come to the thrift store first and look. You may find a replacement. Children's
Possible.
clothes, a lot of the baby stuff is nearly new.
Well, babies don't use it that long usually.
Right, and so, you know, we have really good things there. My first tour here, I had 2 babies under the age of 3, and found a double-wide stroller that had been donated, and it was a very good price. So
Oh, that's wonderful.
I was able to get around.
With the kids.
Yes.
Good. Were they born here? I didn't.
My second daughter was.
Okay.
Yes,
So
she
your
was
kid,
born
you
here.
have some kids that are native here, but you're not
Right.
there. But you almost are now. You've sort of adopted us here.
California, or Ridgecrest is my place.
That's great. That's good. So tell me more about what you do at the thrift store as far as like pricing and
Well,
some of the things
we've
that
got a standard guideline that we use for pricing.
do you?
And we try not to, or we try to follow that, and we have it posted in all the different rooms, so it's easy for people to see, and we put prices on things. And the thrift store is a busy place. I mean, you've got to go in there more than once a week if you want to see everything that comes in. There's a lot.
Because you get a lot of stuff coming in.
We get a lot, and especially in the summertime when the military are moving.
Well, there's so many people that move in summer,
Mm-hmm.
and so if they're leaving, they don't take all this stuff with them.
Yes,
So they'll take it to
exactly.
you. But then those people that are coming in,
Sometimes they need stuff.
they need
So they come in and
stuff.
get things.
Right.
Yeah.
And
so-
then there it is at a reasonable price.
Mhm. I wanted to tell you about the military family that when they were moving here,
Okay.
their truck full of household goods caught on fire.
Oh, wow.
So we had them come in, and they were able to get the things they needed to get them through.
To set up housekeeping.
Yes, to set up housekeeping,
Wow.
clothes for the kids, toys for their son.
I just can't imagine. That would
yeah,
have been
and we
awful.
ended up just giving it all to them. We didn't charge them anything.
Perfect.
That's the best part about it, is the things that, the people that we can help.
You can help.
Yeah, we do
that
do
with-
a lot of that.
I love it.
So
They have, that must have made them just feel really good, because I can imagine
No.
what that would
we
be like.
we could not imagine what it'd be like to lose everything.
Oh, you know, I've seen fires in houses and that sort of
Mm-hmm.
thing, but on your move, where you're moving anyway, and it's a new place, and then all of a sudden you have nothing.
Have nothing to put
That's
into
awesome. So your thrift shop does a lot of really good stuff too, then.
it. Yes,
A lot
ma'am,
of
we
good
do.
things. I love it. That's great. And you have quite a few volunteers.
We're up to 170 members right now.
Does
and-
that mean they all work there at some time?
No, there are a few that are like in a wheelchair, and so they would like donate money instead of being
Oh,
able to
okay.
come in and help. Or there's other little jobs that they can take and do at home, things of that nature.
Okay.
But
What would you do at home?
I don't know. That's not my job to give it to somebody.
Okay. I was just curious, because
Making
I could do
signs,
something
making
at home,
price
maybe.
tags.
There you go.
something
Maybe some
like
of that stuff making
Yeah.
you.
There's
Okay.
a lot of people that help coordinate and run the store,
It-
and
Okay, we're down to just a short time. We're about ready to go to a break. But we want to know, when we get back, we'll talk about some of the things you do have there in the store and some of the availability of things in there. And we'll be back in just about 2 minutes and talk to Michelle a little bit more. We are back. You're back with Michelle Bluebaugh and Lois, and we're talking about WACOM, the thrift store on base. Michelle is the president of WACOM. And I have something I want to tell you. This really neat outfit that she has on, she got at the thrift store. You want to stand up so people can see it a little bit better?
yeah, definitely.
Isn't that pretty? And do you want to, divulge what you paid for it or not?
I bought it at the boutique,
At the boutique, so we went to a little higher price.
and it was $4.
$4. Wow. Isn't that neat? Ladies, you've got to go over there. And gentlemen, too, because they got men's clothes, too.
We
But
do
not
have
at
some
the boutique.
well, we don't have electronics anymore, but we do have hardware things and tools that come in.
Do ya?
People donate tools. The men always find something to look for.
Okay.
And then if somebody's an avid reader, our library is amazing.
Okay.
And it's an entire room full of books,
And they're all for sale?
everything. Paperbacks are a quarter.
Oh, man. I don't know if I can afford
Hardback
that.
are 50 cents.
Big money here.
Yes, yes,
Wow.
but it all adds up.
Oh, wow. Well, you've got a lot of things that you support and do.
Yes,
But,
we do. We do several fundraisers throughout the year with
in
our
addition
groups.
to your thrift store.
In addition to the thrift store, like when we have a monthly luncheon, and we usually have entertainment from out of town that comes to entertain the ladies. And like coming up in December, we're having a Toys for Tots drive. And our group is so generous that it's usually one of the biggest donations that he gets, the Marines get for Toys for Tots.
Your people bring toys.
We have so
new
many toys that they bring. It's wonderful.
All right.
And then I have them focus on teens and newborns, because that's always the hardest group to get enough toys for. But then in February of last year, we had a VA drive for the VA in Sepulveda. Just different items, clothing that's easy to put on, elastics, slippers. They like books, you know, Sudokus, magazines of that nature. Lots of that stuff. Sweaters. They're always cold.
Really?
Yeah. We had a nice list from the VA that they told us what to look for, and people brought and donated for that.
Your group did that donation?
Our WACOM group did.
Okay.
Yes.
Were you able to get anything out of your store for those?
Oh yeah, some of the girls came in and bought from the store.
Okay.
So we
donate to them.
Yes. So we benefited as well as the VA.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, it was great.
So work both ways.
And then in April we do a baby drive.
Oh.
And everybody brought different baby items to add to our local Navy Marine Corps Relief Society office for the military who are pregnant here, away from home.
Right.
Yes.
You don't have all those relatives to give all those good things.
The nice baby showers and the family. So it's just a way to help them feel loved.
That's great.
And, you know, part of this community as well.
I love it. Well, where is it? If I wanted to go see it, where would I go?
The thrift store?
Mm-hmm.
You know where the fire station is?
On base.
On base.
Uh-huh.
It's that same road.
Okay.
Fire station's here, thrift store's there.
Gotcha. Okay. So
Across
if you can
from
find the fire station,
baseball
you can find
diamond.
it. And it's right around the corner from the clinic. So
Yeah,
it's in that
catty corner,
same
kind of.
area.
Yes.
Kind of. Okay.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people will say, well, I didn't know it was there. I've heard
That's
people
true.
say that. So we got to get that out there.
Does have a
so
sign on the front, says WACOM Thrift Store.
And then you've got that nice big box where they can put stuff. So if you're getting ready to
Donations.
move or spring cleaning or winter cleaning or everything, they'll take almost everything. You do take pretty much everything.
The
don't
only
you?
thing we're not taking is electronics.
Oh, you're not taking
We
it.
cannot,
Okay.
we don't have anyone that's capable of lifting the TVs and moving them around, and
Okay.
we don't work on them, so we ask people to take those to DART.
Okay.
It's-
Well, that's
they
where
deal
DART
with them.
kind of specializes in
Yes,
that.
so
Okay.
we work with them so they can do it that way.
But as far as like kitchen things and all of that,
Everything,
you always take?
we'll take it.
I remember a story you told me once about when you were first here and your kids were playing in the dirt, and you went down there and you brought home some.
We went to the kitchen area and brought spoons and big Tupperware, and that was our sandbox
So
toys.
we had sandbox toys for
Yep. A
about
colander.
probably a couple of bucks or something
Yeah.
like that, and they had
Bought a laundry basket full of toys for
Wow.
probably a couple of bucks. You're right.
And
Because
then
back then it was cheaper.
yeah, and the kids had everything that they needed
They
to play
did.
with or wanted to. So
They did a lot of cooking out in the sandbox.
yeah, I'll bet they did.
Yes, they did.
Oh boy, but you didn't have to eat it, thank goodness. But you had other. You're having a special next. Who's your entertainment next time? That's what I wanted to ask you, because it's kind of a neat one.
It is. It's they're called Dangerous Curves, and they're
Okay.
coming from Las Vegas, and they're a wonderful group, females, and they just are vocals, and they're very good. Their dad is retired military.
Okay, I was
So-
wondering, do you have to pay them to come?
Yes,
sing?
we do,
Okay.
and that's part of the expenses of
the lunch.
of the membership.
Oh,
and
okay.
The luncheon cost is
In order
to pay for our
to be a
entertainers.
member of WACOM, it costs you.
It's $35 a year for a membership, and like I said, we ask you to help volunteer at the thrift store when you can, and
And then you have your monthly luncheons.
yes, we do.
And you charge for those. Do you make a little money on that, or is that just about covered?
Very little.
Okay,
We
so that
just-
kind of covers
It's just
the
kind
lunch.
of a perfect lunch, and dessert and entertainment is
So
covered.
if you're not military, if you have community pass, you can get on. And if you're going to do a pretty good bunch of time at the thrift store, they could probably help you get a community
We can help
pass.
them get a pass, yes.
If you work there. you
Right.
know. Okay.
I should probably tell you the thrift store, the phone number is 446-6667.
Okay.
So if you can remember that, or go by.
Go
Go
by
by
and
to-
see. And then you could pick up an application
Yes.
and say, I want to become a member.
And if you want to become a member, you can come to a luncheon for the first time. You have to pay for the lunch, obviously, and RSVP, but it's usually in the newspapers.
I've seen it advertised in the
Good,
papers, and it's
good.
usually about $15 or so.
$15 for the lunch, yes.
Okay. And it's on base at the
At the Paradise center.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you could meet the ladies there and talk with them and see if that's something that you would like to do.
Right.
And then go from there. So, and what are some of the other things you've got? We do.
Well, the biggest thing is I wanted to tell you about the money that we give away, but we're going to save that.
Because I think we're going to have to go to break here in about 30 seconds.
The last luncheon we just did, we had a fashion show with
fun.
things that people wore from the thrift store.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And it was amazing. We had a lot of good shoppers there.
Well, look at this outfit you've got on. That
Gorgeous
was
outfits,
for a
yes.
fashion show.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how people give away these things and but they're through with them, and so somebody else might as well enjoy them.
It works.
And get it. That's really cool. You make quite a bit of money, and coming from the little things that you charge, it's amazing. So we're going to talk about that when we get back. But right now we're going to go to another break, and we'll be back in about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we're back, and we're back with Michelle Bluebaugh and Lois, and we're talking about WACOM. Now we're going to talk a little bit about what some of the very good things that they do with the money that they raise. And you've raised quite a bit of money. I saw some dollars on your notes. Tell me how much is like an average or what you have raised.
Well, the money is amazing. And when I do tell this to people, like the captain of the base, Captain Wiley, has been to our luncheons. Every 6 months we give away what we make.
Okay. It's all, you don't keep it, you just give it.
We keep 10% for operating expenses,
Okay.
like insurance and phone and whatever little bit we need, copies, that sort of thing. But our average is right around $50,000 a year.
Wow.
Every
That's
year.
amazing.
It's been amazing. For the last 6 years, it's been right at $50,000 a year.
That's wonderful.
And 51% always goes to Navy Marine Corps Relief Society. That's how the WACOM thrift store was started.
To help assist the military.
To assist the military. And we have a representative from Camp Pendleton come up every 6 months to our distribution luncheon, and we present them.
So they get
They get the big check.
Oh, okay.
The one that we just gave in November to them was $12,240.
Wow, I bet they were happy to get that.
They're always happy to get it.
Oh, wow.
And we've done that for the last 3 years, every 6 months.
I saw a number of like 300,000 or something. How many years did it take that to come up with
That's over
that?
14 years.
For about 14 years, they've given over $300,000 with
But
leftover
that's just
things.
to Navy Marine Corps Relief
That's just,
Society.
so that's like
That's just
half.
51%.
That's amazing.
So 51 cents of every dollar goes to the military.
Okay.
That's what I love about WACOM,
Yeah.
because that puts them out front. The other 39% we give to local community nonprofit organizations.
Okay, and how does that work? How do you give that out? You don't just decide?
We don't just pick anybody,
Yeah, like-
no. They need to write a letter. We have a request guidelines, and a group of us, there's 12, who meet directors a couple months beforehand, and we review the letters, what they're going to use the funds for, if it is going to be contained locally in the Ridgecrest area, and if it has some benefit for the military.
Okay.
So it's we've had over 100 groups that have applied and received funding over the last 10 years.
I've seen pictures in the paper where there might be 20 or so groups at one time that get
Yeah.
some money from you guys.
Yeah, we've done Safe Grad, Habitat for Humanity, Altrusis Kids Spree.
Okay.
There's several groups through the high school, like we just helped the band buy new uniforms.
Oh, great.
They're in the process of doing that, and gosh, there's so many things.
There's so many that you could not think of because they're there behind the scenes, and then they need all this money, and they can come to you and get some of
Right.
it. So, and then they have to give a little bit or be sure that it somehow supports military.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have, and if anybody's interested in requesting, our deadline dates are March 15th and September 15th. We have to have the letters by then. And they can come by the thrift store and pick up the guidelines for that. Or we have an email, wacomchinalake@yahoo.com.
Did you get that? wacomchinalake@yahoo.com. And you also have a phone number they could call.
Of the thrift store, 446-6667.
Okay.
It's a lot of sixes.
A lot of sixes. Be careful with those sixes. But it's a phenomenal thing that they do for our town, and then our town in return gives back to the military.
It all kind of comes full circle.
Comes around, goes around.
Yep.
Like you gave to the museum, and then they give discounts, I think.
They give discounts to the military.
And so you kind of help them cover some of that.
The community orchestra groups, the theater, when they do things, they also offer military discounts
like
to
Clota
the tickets.
Or something like
Clota,
that.
yeah, that's one of them.
Okay.
Who else? The Senior Services and Rose Varga, I need to mention them also. They just received funds, and they have a lot of veterans that they take care of.
Sure they would.
So that's their military aspect.
So on the letter that they write to you, they're going to tell you what they're going to use it for.
Right.
And then you sort of mull it over and decide that it's going to be helping military or retired military.
And if they, have met all the guidelines, and we can process, depends on how much money we have to give away, but we've been so blessed that we've had, almost $10,000 goes to the community organizations, goes right back into the community.
That's great. Because
so I would encourage people to bring their donations to us so that we can make money to donate it back.
So we can give it back to those people that really need it. It's just a good circle.
It is a good circle.
I love it. And there's so many things that you can do if you need things, like if you've have a function coming up and you need something to wear that's very nice, like what she has on, but you don't quite have the money. Go there on Tuesday morning and look at their, what'd you call it?
The
Saks
boutique.
4th Avenue.
Yeah.
I love it. And find something out there. I've got to take a look at something myself. But they have a lot of interesting clothes that you wouldn't think they would have. I wouldn't think
it's
you would
amazing.
Have them. It's some of the things.
The
that
high school for Spirit Day.
Okay.
They need to come up with something for the next idea. They can run through the thrift store and always find a great idea.
Oh, no, that's cute. I hadn't thought about that,
yeah,
too.
We do that a lot. And
I expect you get kind of busy at Halloween.
Halloween was great. We had a wonderful month with Halloween, and Christmas is coming. We're already starting to get the Christmas stuff out.
So you said something about having decorations for Christmas or holidays or special tables.
We
or
do
something.
have several areas that, like especially in the front, they'll showcase the holiday stuff that
Whatever
we have.
Holiday's coming for that particular period of time.
Yeah, we've had Valentine's, and St. Patrick's Day, and Easter. Yeah, we do all of them.
That's great. That's great.
We get all of them.
And then you take that money and you give it back to the town. That is so exciting. So we're down to just a short time here. Is there something that we're forgetting that we need to get out there?
Bring your donations to the thrift store.
There you go. Did you hear her? Bring your donations to the thrift store, and that'll get back to you some way or other, or to your kids or something like that. You'll get it back.
And then come shop.
Yeah.
The shopping is fun.
Yeah.
It really is.
Every once in a while you have a bag sale or something, don't you?
We do. It's a $5 bag sale for the clothes, and
you can
stuff
put that
it
many
full.
clothes in a bag, and it's like $5 or
it's
something
$5
for a bag.
We have a different special every day. They usually write it out on the board
that's
on the
cool.
front.
Okay, well, you guys need to go take a look at the thrift store. If you're interested in working, pick up an application, and Michelle might be there and talk to her. If
It's
not, there'll be
possible.
somebody there that you can talk to and find something that's really special, and then you'll be giving it back to yourself and back to our town.
Yes, and the military.
Okay, bye.